Hello, witchy brothers and sisters. I want to apologize up front in advance. I am outside. My dog is gnawing on her ball. The wind is blowing around. The grill cover makes all kind of noise. There are children screaming in the background. So I do apologize, but I really did want to be outside. Now there's a dog barking in the background. I'm just going to do my best to get through this. I've been wanting to make this video for a few days now, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I think I might be able to get through it today. On Friday, November 2nd, in the very wee hours of the early morning, my friend Jonna Powers died. Some of you might already be aware of this because my friend Jonna was a YouTube creator. Her channel was Artemis Nightengal. And that is how I'm going to refer to her. I'm going to be referring to her as Artemis because that's her magical name, and I want to honor that. Artemis was one of the very first people I met in this community. We both started our channels around the same time, I think. She may have started a bit before me. But our channels were babies together. I began commenting on her videos, and very quickly we connected and became friends and moved beyond just interacting through the comments of our videos. It seemed to me that for a while she was kind of struggling with her channel and what direction she wanted to take it in. It seemed like she was focused on what people wanted to see. And I just told her that I adored her and that I loved to watch her, and I thought that it would be best if she just did what she wanted to do, and that whoever showed up was supposed to be there, and that people would show up. And I don't know if she took that to heart or not, but it did seem that recently she had found her stride and that she was comfortable in what it was she was doing, and her channel was starting to grow. Also, she was a young woman in her 30s. She had been married for just over a year, so technically a newlywed. She had gone back to school. She was studying geology, which is awesome. And apparently she was doing really, really well. I think I heard she had a 4.0. She was really, from where I stand, working towards something greater. I believe she was part of a pagan church in her area. She studied through that institution, pagan and witchy topics. She was a seeker, and she wanted to share her journey. She left behind some fur babies, a loving husband, 2 beautiful stepdaughters, and I know that she was extremely close with her nephew. The Artemis that I knew was a loyal person. She loved fiercely. She was funny and kind of dorky, but in the best way possible. Like, we had things in common, the kind of things we were interested in. She was an important friend. I'm the kind of person who doesn't have a whole lot of those. I've gained many since coming to YouTube. But in my everyday life, it's sort of limited because I don't really make friends with people that I can't make a spiritual connection with, and haven't since I was in my late 20s. It's just, that's what I want. That's what I need. So when I lose one, it's hard. I think the thing that I'm having the hardest time with is that I didn't realize how important I was to her until all this happened. And that's not Jonah's fault at all. Honestly, it's mine. It's something that I do. I've always done. I do not have a low self-esteem at all, but I don't typically understand how important I am to people until after I just underestimate my value in people's lives a lot. And that's not a call for everybody to tell me how wonderful I am and how much they love me. That's not what that is. It's the truth. And this has put it back in my face again. It's not the first time that I have realized this. But it's something I need to work on, because I feel like I did not understand fully my value to her. And that's unfortunate. I don't want to do that anymore. I've talked to her husband, and this is how, just the things that he said, but also his reaction. My understanding is that Brittany from Palm Tree Witchery and me were the first two people outside of her immediate family that he contacted, and that was because that's what she wanted. And so I find myself reevaluating everything. This whole thing has really taught me something. Her passing has taught me something. This isn't my first experience with grief. When I was 10, my favorite relative, that was my mother's father, passed. His passing was very slow and definitely expected. But it was gut-wrenching. It was terrible. My second experience of grief was my brother passing when I was 19. It was very sudden. He left the house and never came back again. Got in a car wreck. Again, pretty devastating. My mother passed when I was 33, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer on a Wednesday and dead the following Saturday. So again, very sudden. And while I knew in that 3 days that it was coming, that it was happening, it was still extremely devastating. And then when I was 35, my dearest soul sister, who named me She Who Walks Between the Worlds, she passed. And it was both expected and unexpected. We all knew she was sick and we knew she was going to die, but she was not in the care of a doctor. So when it happened, it was unexpected in that moment. Jonna's death has been a different experience for me, because all of those people, excluding my grandfather, were people that I had contact with on nearly a daily basis. All of those people were people I had close relationships with and spent a good deal of time with. And they were in my immediate life. So the pain and devastation that I felt from their loss was overwhelming. And with Artemis, it has been just this sorrow. I've just been so sad. I'm not devastated, but I am hurt. I'm really sad. And I feel that I mourn the loss of what could have been more with her. Because we had just started out. We've only been friends for a year. Those other people I knew either all my life or for years and years and years. And then I squeezed out every drop of joy. But it's also taught me something about my grieving process, because, we all know there are these stages of grief. But it's also true that these stages manifest in each of us differently. The length or duration of each, the intensity of each, what have you, will vary from person to person. But I have found that it also varies from experience to experience. The way I grieved each and every one of those people was different. Even if it was similar, it was different. What happened to me upon them leaving was very different. And I had never realized it until probably yesterday. Day before yesterday. It's something I'm going to sit with and think about and analyze, because I think it's important. It's important to know yourself fully and to understand yourself. And this is a gift that Artemis has given me. Having said that, were it not for the YouTube community, I would not know this wonderful woman at all. I would not know many people. I'm extremely grateful for this platform. I'm extremely grateful for the pagan community on this platform. And I love my friends that I've made on here, and even just my subscribers, all of you who comment on my videos and talk to me and give me an opportunity to be even just the smallest part of your life. I'm very grateful. There is a GoFundMe for Jonna's funeral and anything that goes along with that. I will leave a link below if you could. Even if it's just a couple bucks, anything is helpful. These things are very trying for the immediate people in the life, and you're numb and you're trying to go through every day, and it's hard to think about these stupid, petty, seemingly petty, mundane things. So any little bit can help. I will leave the link below if I didn't say that already. And I'm also going to leave a link to Artemis's channel. If any of you have wanted to get onto this platform and make videos, do it. You may not think you have much to offer, but that's not what it's about. We all have something to offer. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be the smartest, most talented witch on the block. You have something to share. You have lives to touch. And so do it so that we can know you and you can know us. I love you guys. Much love and gratitude.